Now. I'm sure you heard the sound. Now.
Right. So, it's like this. I have read the stories, man, about Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi and other things where, the way they are expressed, how they have realized themselves. There's some tangible experience which, or rather, out of blue, something just cracked, and then, but most of the times, all are not blessed that way.
Yes.
So something subtle may happen. So, how to exactly identify this is what it is? Because, as you've been discussing, or what I realized is, uh, there are no qualifications to it, where you can say this is how it looks like, or how it feels
Yes.
like. There's no smell, sound, or anything like that. You don't even call the silence to be that.
Yes. Yes.
So how to identify that, and then just hold on to that, uh,
So
in
for a
the
moment,
waking state at least.
okay, good. So for a moment, let's step out of time, which means that I feel like there is some strongly conditioned idea you have about holding on to it. So just let go
Okay.
of that for just a moment. Don't have to hold on, you see, for a moment.
Okay.
And if anything is valuable, you will get it back. Don't worry, you see. So
Okay.
because that itself will obstruct your vision. If you try to grab onto
Mm-hmm.
something, that itself will make it unattainable, you see. So especially
Yeah,
if it is
yeah, could
something
be.
you already have, you see. So,
Mm.
just very simply, uh, you're hearing this voice, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. And that which is aware of this perception, which we are calling this voice, it
Hmm.
is you. You see, it's you.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
When I'm saying you, it's me, my identity. This body, or
Well, is
right?
that your experience or is that an inference?
It's not experience. It's inference.
Yes. So let's leave also inferences aside. So we kept time aside. In the same way, let's not infer anything. Let's just be very natural, like children. You see,
Okay.
your experience is that there is an awareness of this perception. You see, now some sort of conditioning may be coming and telling you, but that is identity which is experiencing this. Actually, identity is not ever present, so it
Okay.
can never really experience anything. It is not a tangible entity, even in the manifest way, that it can experience anything. You see, but let's leave that whole thing aside for a moment. Just very naturally, you're hearing this voice. You see, and this voice is clear to you, as opposed to say a perception of sight, you see, as opposed to a perception of taste, as opposed to a perception of touch, you see. You are aware of these qualities, various qualities of perception, you see, isn't it?
Right. 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 Agreed.
So so that which is aware of all of these perceptions, does it have a particular quality? Is it a touch? Is it a smell? Is it a taste? Is it any of
No.
these? No.
No.
You see? And yet, it is so natural for us to say it is I that is aware. You
Right.
see?
Yes.
How, how is it so natural? Because you do not have a perceptual experience of it. It is not something that you're perceiving, and it is not something that you even have to think about. But very naturally, you are just aware
We know it.
that I am
Yeah.
aware.
We just know it. Yeah.
You just know. So, what happens, the problem in spirituality is that if we say just know, you see, then it sounds like not worth it. But if you were to use another name for this just know, and I would call it intuitive insight, then it feels a little more glorious. Then we feel like, yeah, you see, I could
Yeah.
work with this. It's just an intuitive insight. But actually it is a just knowing. It's a just knowing. You see? So
Right.
this intuitive insight about this which is empty of all perceptual qualities, you see, because I'm not using any quality to determine this, you see, it just is, it just is. So this is the self knowledge which everyone has, you see. This is the simple self knowledge that everyone has, but it seems to get clouded in our misidentification as this limited
Right.
body, mind, or object. You see? Now, that which is aware of this perception, what can you say about that? Tell me a little bit about that one.
I don't know when it's there. It's there. I guess it's really difficult to define.
Yes. Not only is it difficult, it is impossible. You see,
Yeah.
not only is it difficult,
Yeah.
it is
There are no
impossible.
words can actually describe that actually.
Exactly. And even when we say it is there, I have a sense of what you're saying, but it is not a spatial there. It's not a there
And
opposed to
yeah,
here. You see, because many times you may say it is
correct.
here, or you may say it is there, but it is not in space. So it's not really spatially
It's not in
located.
space. Yes.
Isn't it?
Yeah. It's not spatially located for sure. Yes.
Yes. So in the same way, you will see that it is absent of qualities. It does not have, like, the notion of change does not apply to it. You see that naturally you're
Right.
coming to this simple discovery about yourself, which is aligning fully with what the scriptures have told us. It is the unchanging, it is beyond time and space, it is nirguna. You see, it is, you're simply meeting this. Now, if you get your mind involved in this way, that's why I'm not suggesting this exercise to you yet. If you want to get your mind involved, it will make knowledge out of this. You see? So
Correct.
just let it be. Just let it be. And don't even try to hold on to this. You see? Because that is a
Okay.
condition
Yeah.
you picked up somewhere along the way in some spiritual endeavor somewhere, that you have to hold on to the truth. Actually, it is the false that we hold on to constantly. You see, the truth does not have to be held on to. The truth is just
Yeah. The
organically present.
mind. Yeah. The
Yes.
mind is like kind of wants to have a knowledge of everything and wants to hold on to it. So I think that kind of conditioning certainly is there.
Exactly, exactly. But don't worry about that. Don't worry. Just let that go. That is very common spiritual conditioning that we have. So just don't worry about that. And more and more we'll come to openness where you will not rely so much on conceptual understanding. You see, you will just,
Mm-hmm.
so simply you came to this. You see, pristine recognition. There is an awareness here, and it is I that is aware. You see, I am this awareness which is perceiving all of this manifest creation. You see, and for myself, for this awareness, I cannot find a quality, I cannot find up, down, I cannot find good, bad. None of this really applies. You see, I cannot tell you the age of this one. You cannot say it was born or it will die. All of this does not apply to this. So simply, you
Sure.
see. So just like this,
Sure.
it is available to us, and in even with this much, even with this much, you will notice that the gravitational force of the mind is not as strong as it was. You see. So as you immerse
Mm-hmm.
yourself in this inquiry more and more, as you go to who am I, who is witnessing all of this, you see,
Okay.
you will see
Sure.
that the mind which seemed to have you in its clutches is not such a difficult one to deal with. You see?
Sure. Sure.
That way it
Yeah.
becomes easier and easier. And to the extent that one day you come to a point where you discover that to go to the mind and to believe the notions it has about you actually is much more effortful than to keep it
Mm.
let go.
Okay.
Mhm. I sometimes use this
Sure.
example, and maybe we can end satsang today with this metaphor, where I saw this Japanese restaurant where, and some of you may have seen that, where there's a conveyor belt, you see, and on the
Right.
conveyor belt,
Yes.
the chefs keep putting the sushi or whatever they're serving, you see, so they keep putting it there. Now, if I was to ask you, is it more effort to just sit hand on hand and not pick up any of the plates, or is it more effort to pick up? You see, those who feel like they are hungry, those who feel like they want that food, will say it is more effort to not pick up. Those who are
Correct.
full, you see, will say, why would I want to expend that energy and pick up these plates? I don't want to eat any of
Sure.
that.
Sure.
So that's how
Yeah.
the perspective changes. because we got used to thinking or believing that there is value coming from these thought constructs, that way we keep seeking some meaning and value from these constructs, and that's why we end up picking them up. When once you see that all that is available is already here, just in the most natural way, you see, our stomachs are
Right.
naturally fulfilled, then that attraction to buying the constructs is not so much. You see?
Sure.
That's how the
Okay.
perspective will change. Thank you, thank you. I
Thank
enjoyed
you.
this.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much. And then you spend a lot of time. Thank you so
Uh,
much with a lot of pronouns. Thank you so much. Thanks for explanation.
all my love, all
Thank
my
you.
love.
Thank you.
Jai Govinda, Jai